So hi everybody, I'm Ralph, the branch secretary of the Plymouth and East Cornwall Mail, and I just wanted to record a little video for you all about where we are in the situation with the talks and about the communications that you had from the company on Friday. So the branch and I think the wider union were very disappointed that Royal Mail chose Friday, a day just before the bank holiday weekend and when the whole of the union was away at conference, as the appropriate time to put out the propaganda that they sent out to all units on Friday. I think it tells you a lot about just how confident they are in their message that they chose to wait until a day when they knew the whole CWU was away before they came and told you that stuff. So on to the meat and bones of what they had to say there. Well, the first thing is, I think it's pretty transparent that what they're trying to do is dress up a massive attack on your pensions, your working life, your terms and your conditions as if it's somehow good for you. What they're proposing to do under the pension is going to steal thousands and thousands of pounds from most of you. It's going to mean that those of us who work for Royal Mail, either current members of the Royal Mail pension plan or the people who are currently in the DC scheme, are going to have to work until they die. Personally, I think it's dubious that their suggestion that their improved proposal is actually more lucrative to you, although I need to see more of the details. But what it certainly isn't, is it isn't as lucrative as the Royal Mail pension plan, and it certainly isn't as good as the wage and retirement scheme that the union have put forward as an alternative to their plans. And the most important thing is, though, the new pension proposal that they are putting forward will not provide you with a sufficient income in retirement to live. And that means that people who currently work for Royal Mail under the company's proposals are facing working until they die. And there's a couple of things that I'd like to pick out that they've said in that correspondence to you. I mean, firstly, they're making out that they're doing some big thing in terms of paying more money, but actually, under this proposal, they will be paying less than they currently do for members of the Royal Mail pension plan. So that means, as well as not giving us any proper guarantees about retirement income, they'll also be doing the pensions on the cheap to make a savings. And that's what it's all about for them. All this language that they put in about risk and worrying and investment strategy, what it's basically about is a simple cash grab. They want to take money out of your pocket and put it into the dividend pot for their shareholders. And this is the theme I'm going to be coming back to time and time again. So the suggestion from them is not good enough. It's not a good enough pension, and we don't accept that there's going to be a two-tier pension solution in Royal Mail. We will only accept a decent pension for everybody who works in Royal Mail. On to some of the other stuff that they had to say. I mean, I think it's quite sickening, disgusting really, that they are trying to dress up this attack on our allowances and our sick pay as if, firstly, that's somehow something that you guys all want. You know, I don't believe for a second that any of us want to have allowances that we were promised in perpetuity in exchange for taking some quite difficult changes to our working and home lives to be taken away from us. Royal Mail seem to say it's all about fairness, but for them fairness is about dragging everyone down to the bottom level. For us, fairness is about ensuring that our pay package allows us to support our families and support the lives we want to have. And that's just something Royal Mail aren't interested in doing. For clarity, the union do not accept that this cash grab of them stealing tens of millions of pounds of allowances off us and pretending that this is somehow part of the fairness agenda is acceptable, and your union say no to that. In respect of the sick pay, again, I think it's disgusting. What the company are saying is that the only way that they can be successful is that if our members who have serious illness, who have cancer or heart attack or joint problems caused by the difficulty of doing a hectic job on deliveries, somehow they have to be put into poverty because they don't get sick pay, is somehow the solution to the company's problems. Look, nobody wants to be off sick. But when you are ill, when you're suffering that terrible time, for you to then be put in poverty and also not be able to pay the mortgage, not be able to pay the bills, not be able to put food on the table is an outrage. And the union will never accept this from the company. And nor should you. And lastly, on their suggestions about putting forward a two-tier workforce. Well, look, have a look at what's happened with the pensions. Have a look what they're saying about the allowances. and think about what that means for the future. If the company are able to create a two-tier workforce, then just like they have with the pensions and just like they are trying to do now with the allowances, they will use the worst terms and conditions for new entrants as a way of attacking the terms and conditions for the existing people. We'll paint targets on our back. If you're on the legacy terms, they'll be looking to sack you on sick, sack you on conduct, manage you out of the business because you're more expensive to them than a new entrant. We can't allow this to happen. The only way we can defend what we've got is if we're together as one workforce, and that's what the union are trying to put forward. Now the thing is, the company, they've got no ambition. No ambition, no vision, no plan. They don't want to grow our business. They don't want to increase profits by us doing interesting, new, innovative and better things. They don't want to win a bigger share of the letters market or the parcel market. They seem only interested in one thing: managing a decline, slashing and burning, finding money to give to the shareholders in the short term, month to month, 6 month to 6 month, maybe year to year if they're being really ambitious. But that's all they care about. They have no vision for growing this business and growing this industry. And it's so disappointing because it wasn't meant to be this way. When we signed the agenda for growth, what we did is we signed up to working together with them to grow the company. And all they've ever been interested in is slashing and burning. We've got a different vision though. The union's vision, the 4 pillars of our security, of a decent pension, a growing industry, a shorter working week and a pay settlement that's fair, that's something that I hope all of our members can get behind. Now I know that hundreds of you have already signed our petitions for the 4 pillars of security. But if you haven't yet, ask your local rep. There's plenty more of the petitions out there and I'll be sending more out to units. So I will be coming to talk to you about all these massive issues soon. But in the meantime, there's a lot of offices across our branch, a lot of business units, a lot of shifts. I wanted to put something on the branch social media so that you could listen to what we have to say. We're not giving up on your pension. We're not giving up on your decent job and your terms and conditions and your allowances, and nor should you. When we stand together, we're unbeatable. Friends, we've got to keep the faith. We've got to keep fighting. Support your union. Thank you.